Welcome out to Weird Wednesday, everybody. This is John House, or Used Toy, here with the weird, the wild, the wicked. Yes, it's Weird Wednesday. Joining me, of course, is my co-host, Daryl House, or Suburban Hobo. How you doing, Daryl?
I'm doing great, John. I'm glad to be here with you, and I want to just say thank you to all my friends who showed up, too.
Well, today I'm guessing that we have some stuff that is going to turn some heads. What do you have for us today?
Well, we have talking heads. We have loose heads. I guess heads will roll before this is all done. I love this one here. I'm doing all Florida Day. You know, I try to sometimes not pick on Florida, but it's such an easy target. So we get this cop. This is up in Fort Pierce, which is really not very far from me. This guy, Forrest Lee Ames. Forrest, run. He's 30 years old. He was busted at a Fort Pierce Walmart after he allegedly stole a bottle of lemon juice, and he headed into the restroom. He then exited the bathroom while holding a needle and lemon juice. Tools that, I wasn't aware of this, but tools that seem to be known to cut coke for shooting up. So that's when he got nabbed. After finding some pills and crack on Ames and then weighing the contraband, Ames yelled at the cops' method of measuring the dope. He said that was wrong. That's not how you do it. He allegedly knew this from experience. The cops wrote in their report, the reason he knew how to separate or weigh crack cocaine and pills is because that's what he does for a living.
Wow.
No, you got it all wrong.
A police officer gone wrong. Who would have thunk it?
Well, no, it wasn't the cop was I don't know. He was measuring the drug. The druggie said that the cop was not measuring the drugs correctly. I mean, he wasn't buying right. He says as he's getting ready to arrest him, you have 3/4 of a gram or something, and he says, no, that's not how you do it. You do it like this, you stupid cop.
Nice.
Crazy people.
Well, if we're talking about crimes today, a former cheerleader at a suburban Minneapolis high school pled guilty Friday to 3 prostitution-related counts, admitting that she persuaded another cheerleader, a younger cheerleader on the squad, to sell herself for sex, then give her the money. I'm guessing, high school is much different than it was when I was there. We didn't have cheerleader prostitutes.
Did for free back then. It was all free love back in the 60s.
The girl, Montia Parker, 18, turned down a plea deal. Instead, she pled guilty, and in October will be sentenced. But it's pretty serious charges. Prostitution in the first degree, sex trafficking of a minor, and first-degree promotion of prostitution of a minor. So,
all this while still in high school.
Yeah. Well, still a cheerleader, no less.
And they say our kids aren't getting an education. I beg to differ. Well, here's one that I liked a lot. This guy says, he's talking to his son. He says, you must be just the ugliest boy I ever seen. That's not exactly what he said. He actually, Alexander Arroyo from Brooklyn, he traveled down, he tracked down his 14-year-old son and the boy's mother in Gainesville, home of the Gators, even though a protective order forbids him to... The protective order forbids him to have contact with them, reports the Gainesville Sun. Arroyo, 36 years old, who's been staying at the family's home, and I repeat, even after a court order forbidding him. Despite the order, he lost his cool on Sunday. He allegedly threw a 4-foot-tall floor fan at the boy with enough force to smash it into pieces, all because he didn't think the teen looked enough like him to be his son.
Wow.
Oh, now
and that was reported in the Gainesville Sun? Maybe the Gainesville Sun looks like him. Thank you.
Looks like a gator. So anyway, I'd like to know, does this indict the father, the mother, or the son?
Good question.
Curious minds want to know.
Well, David Wayne Jordan, allegedly, you said it, allegedly shoots an arrow wrapped with marijuana at the jail window, trying to smuggle pot into the It was in Bellingham, Washington. But yeah, the guy went and tried to fire it through the second floor recreation area window of the jail, but instead he a little too high. Apparently, William Tell he's not. So it landed on the roof, but they still were able to track down where it all came from, and so they went and arrested the guy when the guy had just got done serving a 20-day jail sentence for 2 counts of assault and 1 of resisting arrest. So he's back in jail.
Well, I was, me, I was just hoping some freaky ending to this story where the arrow sailed through the window and then the guy that was receiving it took the arrow right between the eyes. Not smoking this stuff anymore. Hey, well, we have, I think, become relatively famous for our naked guy stories. I have a naked guy story today out of Maitland, Florida, which is a university town in Central Florida. Naked dog walker arrested after struggle with police. Cops say Robin Moritz Campbell was naked when he left his Maitland home to walk his dog. This is according to the Orlando Sentinel.
Is that what they call it nowadays? Walking his dog.
In Gainesville, they call it the sun. So anyway, when the cops arrived, they asked 20-year-old Campbell where his clothing was, and several times Campbell allegedly responded, "This is God's house."
Ah.
Did you not get that? This is God's house. Amid struggles, the officers used a stun gun on Campbell several times, and Campbell admitted to eating some mushrooms and was jailed on charges including resisting an officer with violence. I love it. Peace.
Mushrooms.
Peace. This is God's house.
Well, hey, as a bar owner, here is one of, like, I can't imagine this. It comes from Solersville, Maryland. And electronic failure may be to blame for a practice bomb that was dropped from an A-10 Warthog jet and landed in Darlene's Tavern's parking lot. So a jet plane goes roaring by and drops a fake bomb into the parking lot?
Just kidding!
So the police officers dug into the hole where the 500-pound bomb landed and pulled out the fake bomb. At least it was a fake bomb, so nobody got hurt. But
well, I was having like confetti popped out or something. Just crazy. It's weird. It's Wednesday. It's baloneybrain.com. Folks, thanks for joining with us one more time, and we'll look forward to seeing you all next week.
bye.